We're excited about the opportunity that we have this weekend. Ohio State's a terrific team. Without question. Obviously, there's all the trappings of national television and where they're rated and all of those things. But as we've been saying for weeks, we for years really, we want to continue to build our program. I think games like this are the kind that help us do that. And as we've talked about specifically for this season, every game presents a different challenge and a different test for this team that we have. And I think without question, this is another one of those tests. In a variety of different ways. They're obviously extremely talented. They've got a great inside presence that produces at a high level in the freshman Sullinger, but yet they've got senior perimeter guys and several guys that can shoot the basketball. And anytime a team has both of those things, it presents challenges for you. And so, it's a game for us that we're going to have to go on the road and defend and rebound and take care of the ball and all those boring things that give you an opportunity to win games. And so, we're excited about the opportunity.
How important is that Michigan State game going into this game?
Well, I think it helps, and I think at Western Kentucky helps, which was a tremendous atmosphere and hostile environment. And I think that our guys, knowing they have been to a number 2 team in the country, on national television and played, I think that that part helps. But again, it comes down to basketball things, and you still have to go out and defend, and rebound, and take care of the basketball.
So what is it going to take to get to the point where you guys can start calling yourselves the University of South Carolina?
Yeah, I don't know.
What's the difference between Michigan State and Ohio State?
Oh, they're just different teams. They play a little bit differently. Obviously, their personnel is different. And so, again, for us, each game is a different challenge. And, we're not really, into comparison, one game or the other. How do we get ready for this one? And, what do they do well? And what do we need to do well?
You mentioned Sullinger. What specifically does he do that makes him stand out so much?
He scores. There's a lot of big bodies, but big bodies that put the ball in the basket. He does that, and he's a big, strong kid that finishes. And I think that in a nutshell is the key for him. He's it's not about a particular move or or anything like that. He's just really effective when he gets the ball on the block of getting it in the basket.
How crucial will it be to have Sam and Malik kind of guard him, Sullinger right off the bat and really try to disrupt his game?
Well, I think that would help, but I think great post players are like great scorers. You can do a great job on them, and at the end of the day, they're probably going to have some numbers and have quite a few finishes, and that kind of thing. I think, like we would with any really good player, our focus has got to be, limiting it being easy for him, and trying to do our best to make him work for everything that he gets. But I think one guy stopping a good player, or again, we want the strength of our team to be our team, defensively, and good perimeter defense leads to better post defense, for example. And so I don't know that it's about any one guy or doing a certain thing as much as it is understanding that we got to do everything we can to make it as hard as possible, like we would in any game.
How would you assess Ellington's play so far?
I think Bruce has been good, and I think the exciting thing is he's going to get a lot better. At basketball things, he obviously can do a better job at taking care of the basketball and some of those things. But the great thing about him is every night when you throw it up, you're going to get a tremendous effort, and you're going to get a guy that is only got one thing on his mind, and that's winning. And I think when that's the case, and the talent level is what he has, you can always get better at what we call basketball stuff. To have those other two things is great to build on.
How has the break been since the last game, Darrin? You haven't had classes or exams, anything really kind of outside. How have the guys been handling that?
It's been good. It's given us an opportunity to to get a little more skill work done, and spend a little more time in the film room, and just things you don't have time for when guys have other responsibilities going on. And so I think as coaches and players, this is the time of year that everybody really likes, because it's pretty much just basketball.
How much time do you spend on film? Are you more of a film guy? Are you more of a on the court type of?
Well, we do both, and it just kind of again, it kind of depends on you know, what it is that we feel like we need to get better at, you know, whether it's watching film on ourselves from a game or from practice or showing an opponent or an opponent's breakdown or maybe what, you know, one of our opponents did to them. I mean, you know, we just kind of do what we think is going to best prepare our guys and help them get better.
How important is it to keep running on these guys and to keep the pressure on them with your tempo?
Well, you know, I think that's as important as it is that we're defending and rebounding, because it's hard for us to do that if we don't guard and rebound. You know, we've seen in recent games where, you know, if we continue to do a good job of defending and rebounding, it gives us an opportunity to get out and run. And you know, if we don't do those two things, we don't get to run. And you know, and then they're also scoring and getting good things. And so I think it always comes back to defending and rebounding for this team.
I asked this question delicately because you've told us 1,000 times that it's about team and everyone doing what they do. With Ohio State in particular, though, is there one aspect of the game you'll work on more this week than?
Yeah, you know, I mean, I don't think so. You know, I mean, as I mentioned, obviously they shoot the ball really well, and you know, Diebler's a prolific shooter. I think maybe has a chance to be one of the, you know, if not the best, one of the all-time best three-point shooters in Big Ten history. And Sullinger obviously is an individual load, but you know, I still think it, you know, for this team as we continue to face a different test every game and build our program. You know, it's you know, can you go out and handle all of that and still do what you need to do to be successful? Because, you know, the danger is, and we saw it in the Michigan State game, you know, guys get so excited to play, well, man, I'm going to go make these plays, you know, and those aren't necessarily the plays that make, you know, an individual good or help our team win. And so, you know, I think it comes down to defending and rebounding and taking care of the basketball. And you know, you're on the road against a good team, and even if you do those three things well, it only means that it puts you in position to have a chance to win. But, you know, we think that those things are going to be the key.
Following up on that, do you sense any more excitement from the guys because of the opponent this week, or have they been pretty good about, you know, treating each game, you know, pretty much the same?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're excited about the challenge. I mean, I think, you know, one of the things we've done by design is recruit young men that want to be in this game and want to be the team that's on the other side of the equation, right, where somebody's asking the opponent about us. And so I think that's always going to be there, and that's a good thing. But I think what we're learning is that, you know, in order to do that, you know, you still got to come out and, you know, as they say in football, you know, block and tackle. I mean, and you know, that's the key. We've got to prepare the same way every day, and good practices will lead to good performances. And I think we're starting to grow in that area some as a team.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks.
Thank you, Coach.